France entumi enko anti yankare so entumi so enko kan so enfemo na ma no so egu screen so asono ubetumi do text message no so edi afasom 0500137465 jemu won so wotie ne ekwaso na akasebon mokoye enso edi ama so dia yamfa se de pesi enfeme abo afosisi
Saya di ase de PH remanya na aboa for no Americanfo donko mia PH-ONETV ya kofa de abogodo sonko kra me de amaw ebe na aze na eton ye roba bebia wona ya bobon da wuru wakwa no sonko kra de amaw wobra ye ju bebe kete MP na pia na aze da minti yesi aze bia ra eton no on the mo rutwa gu screen no do ni hinara sa wuzi wom sa wuzi nyim ma ha obo mo kra ye roba na ya bobo we adwuma no hu da wuru ya de amaw na ma obia bibia batum so wa akwakan ewo wa akache ewo nom entaka kira yonko no so kan kire no yonko the PH-ONETV ya adwene wo ho the minti yesi ya nyoru bebe zugwa na bibia etum na wa akodo franya na ewo 0202381112 misidu biam 0202381112 eba wo ya no agona swejo Liberty Junction wo kwansa chrome
wo ejumoko aka ejumoko ahodo atasa omobua na atasa yade ya PH1 hot news no so ede abosom ewa asomdwe kwan so dia na akinkan fo mienu ejame Aisha Esel ubetmi aframi Aisha Wang de enimre mene
mame abena basao
okay ye gina we so na ye twe ho so aba e ba peka sebo no emunchiom ye de bosom stay tuned. So dia na aside pese so enko enfemo sem we fide kasia no eda so eda ya PH-ONETV a won so wo hwa ya PH1 hot news no na aside pese enko enfemo sana me kan kasebo no edemu e Facebook live YouTube nso wo kwanso a wo de fo wadwenkyera nso fo bra makekan so edi amaw na yamfa kasebo no emu nchechemu nso enfensom e wasomdwe kwan so dia na mampani John Dramani Muhammad so na kache ena chesa yako akoko piemu nso ehom na adensamba akumye nso edi aboto abantene nyina efa ya Muhammad case ehom a eno so ya initiative eno so ba boa na chasem omo chronic disease nso ewo omo ho no nso yetumi nso abo ya support so kama kwesanse chronic disease omo wo bi nso NHIS for and support eno ntino wo adeshidom bia no mampani John Dramani ma to asra adeshidom bia afa no hunhyem kakra wo bia for support esanse professor Jane Nana Opoku Ajman so de 4 months salary said ya to so beboa na Muhammad case nso etumi nso esipi na esita abra mampani John Dramani Muhammad ene Ghana for ekasensem bi say eno so kan.
The Ghana Medical Trust Fund is a bold national policy that provides direct financial support to Ghanaians who are suffering from chronic diseases that are not fully covered by our National Health Insurance Scheme. It serves as a lifeline for chronic disease care. On April 29, 2025, I officially launched the fund at the University of Ghana Medical Center, where I pledged 6 months of my salary as my contribution to start. Vice President Nana Jane also pledged 4 months of her salary to the Mahama Cares Fund, and I have since directed that every government appointee of mine should contribute at least the equivalent of 1 month's salary to the fund. This includes CEOs and all other appointees. I encourage every Ghanaian to contribute as you are willing and able. The short code for the contributions across all mobile networks is *225#. *225#. Disbursement to support needy patients will begin once the governing board is put in place. The draft Ghana Medical Trust Fund bill is ready and will be presented to Cabinet at its next sitting for approval and forwarded to Parliament when it resumes from recess. We are united in this mission to touch lives and bring health, healing and hope and joy to our people. To improve menstrual hygiene management and remove barriers to education, I promise to reintroduce the distribution of free sanitary pads to female students in primary and secondary schools. The 2025 budget statement allocated 292,400,000 Ghana cedis for this commitment, and I launched this initiative on the 24th of April 2025. Procurement is ongoing for over 6 million sanitary pads, with each student receiving 3 packets per term at the basic level and 4 packets per semester at the secondary level. Distribution will be done through the Ghana Education Service structure to all 261 districts, ensuring that no beneficiary is left out. The distribution will be accompanied by health education. The Ghana Medical Trust Fund.
President John Dramani Mahama ne samo odutuja Abraham ne 120 days a social contract no upon enter another so odi ensamba kumenu etu dwa enso ediamo man konkro Ghana for no ne samo odutuja no ene ekwa yekwo hwe no sisi.
COVID levy da wonyanya neti o mana Ghana ha na nkana menye da mi levy na azi nyina weetwum na nso ontandadam ona na yene mampanyi ne Excellency John Dramani Mahama ordinance bi abatu go kire dey COVID levy na levy na no honkaka woni na no da wonyanya neti o man Ghana ha ona me IMF program a ogudo or record no inti na ended da o mark ne 120 days e wo office no na ordinance bi tu gwa wabra na ole address o man no na o kire nyene modey o yazo or the Ogudozen Yamortota Quimu, that Robert the Milavia ruining no or Baclan of Mama Yentes and Yanamamping. Okay.
Scrapping draconian taxes to alleviate hardship and ease the high cost of doing business. I promise to scrap the e-levy, the COVID levy, the 10% levy on bet winnings, and the emissions levy within my first 90 days in office. These tax expenditure measures were central to our 2025 budget statement. On April 2nd, 2025, I signed several bills into law, including the Electronic Transfer Levy E-Levy Repeal Bill 2025, the Emissions Levy Repeal Bill, and the betting tax. We have delivered on 3 of these 4 specific tax repeals as promised. The COVID levy has intricate linkages to the existing IMF program. As a value-added tax, we have agreed with our multilateral partners to include it in our overall VAT rationalization exercise that is scheduled for September this year. We've significantly exceeded our 120-day promises regarding overall tax reform by enacting other critical bills such as the Value-Added Tax Amendment Bill, the Income Tax Amendment Bill, the removal of VAT on motor vehicles, the Public Financial Management Bill, the Growth and Sustainability Levy Act, the Earmarked Funds Capping and Realignment Bill, the Gold Board Bill, the Energy Sector Levy Bill, and the Petroleum Revenue Amendment Bill. Scrapping
some binomanya na mampanyin ozi tu ugwa efa e-levy no ho. Also, I promise to scrap the e-levy, COVID levy, and 10% levy on bet winning.
Okay, PH-1 Quartz News no and Yagusa Yadi Asum. One also with me, Edward Inchanso Eddie Abam. Now, we share mampanyin Yobakan Yanwa. The boy shot the Shagana for see within 120 days no about office or bet me I never answered me. I conquer what shall we do. Or yeah, at the ma when your person on your family and 1 or yeah, at the ma one I say, and test Sauko Facebook app for a drink so far, but I'm back again so at the amount. South one a number ways to bet me so attack so messaging so at the apostle. 0500137465 0500137465. Uko YouTube and Sam. Kase one so at the life and one so the drink so at the 4 so and so making so at the amount. Now, ya check as one so and famous so damn. Don't come. Omobanu deni Alexander afenyo mark no rap and so I subtract for and shame on your non crown AMP before and Ghana for binom and just some more years subtract for and shame now the some back menu to Janina FIM penino 120 so contract young we said semi chilma or shania man penny debut 12 now so we fairly poto Bosho no ankasa de share Ghana for say within 120 days in office no obetumi aye so wa wentumi aye wo hwe galamse ye no ase oba fight for galamse ya de agusu a nkrofo eye chese 122 sa so ana ilevia hodo an okasa no ankasa ba ye oba be yi ni na de afiri no nso ohanye hwe taxes ahodo no edoso a ehwo ntino nyama mpani ne office wa oba ye no 120 days oba spending ye message or say 122 ye hwe sam o Alexander Tosu kan
all the lies, the falsehood, and the inconsistencies. We call it NDC's great deception, from their own social contract to a social collapse. 120 days of bitter government under John Dramani Mahama. In the lead up to the 2024 general elections, candidate John Dramani Mahama released a document titled Mahama's First 120 Days Social Contract. It was marketed as a sacred pledge, a hard-coded promise to the Ghanaian people.
Your Honorable Alexander Afenyoma Kenen someone so editu dwano and yakwa shwa yene dia na me no e2 farm akwa piem Vision of Hope Herbal Clinic eno and make am for dia mo so per clinic papa na agide ofimfin man to modia na open wo kire se na wire counter call ntenu bra me pesa obe counter call ntina medoto asra se wo de ye da bia na tete wo no wo call Vision of Hope Herbal Clinic am ye no betina ase na kire se ye tu ye de na se edi amo adanse de no edoso enso ewo yakache wo ntina bia na wo tie mi anasa wo hwam prostate cancer and tete wo stroke bi na kyasa aka watu mpemu a wo ba ye betin tenso edi amo mojambro so na tete wo typhoid fever bi na tete wo stomach ulcer na tete wo ye de na bia na mamba wo de so eno nkire se wo ba ye ntumi nsam fema wo ye besan so edi amo wo ba piemu a clinic ne ho so na ne da fo wo hwam nyama no ebuchewo e wo machine sakodo a kyase ye di dwuma so e wo ya so ye kom na obebisa se hemfa en bon Vision of Hope Herbal Clinic omu echira kwan so e wo ne da fo a wo hwam enya jira kwakopie wo mankasi media na Pentecost School en bon Vision of Hope Herbal Clinic echira kwan no so e wo wo gina me no afra Dr. Eldabu afom e wo 054 819 120009 054 819 1209 to Fred Dr. Eldabu afom na ye de no yentu ase emfemo sisi
Say ye rich missy na ya tia kasabo no do no ye de enwe richirem e wo finfine mountain central region ono wo winiba wo no kropan a oye efutu traditional area no e ho ena endei we ebu enwa no court sonkokra ano oye asemze bia sonkokra ano a ono no high court so second high court so e kan wo bi na trimopo ni nyina yin de drama obeye e wo mbra won samensam no won wo benyanya won na bibia etuma akwaka no wo man na mu na damaron so ena wetu ma bre obi wa na onya na court asama o de bi nyiwi ni bent o do ofo ka akosu edura na nkran na otum na okezi na asam no no mu lorry fair na obro obom ni nyina wazi etwa to into no dam ena nya no honorable atokwa me na afenyo mark no kopemu e wo ho na odinsem bi dam ezutu gwa mama yenteza okay.
There are two offices and we're going to use only one for the district court. Why not give us a high court instead of always traveling to Swedru, Accra, and Cape Coast? Omodefi was present and heard the whispers and added a voice. We were therefore given a surprise that when you go to the turn of her ladyship, the Chief Justice Georgina Wood, she made an announcement by declaring that Winneba was to benefit from a high court using the other office space available. From that day, she posted a new high court judge who started hearing cases. As a practitioner of the court myself, listening to the judges and the officers of the court, it came to light that the load was becoming more than expected. I also realized that Winneba was expanding with more businesses coming in with population growing, there was a need to ensure access to justice rather speedily than we experienced. I also realized that our police often referred cases to Sedro Circuit Court because we didn't have a circuit court. There are two.
Ashafo ena we eye asampa ena asamdawa woya bepuemu ewo winiba kropon a oye efutu traditional area.
Okay, PH1 Hot News no and Yaguswa Yadi Esomwo Ewasum Kwan so na yancheka se wano so enfemon so dia National Coordinator at Madrid Nilante Vanapoy and so Edin Samba Kumino so Eddie Abatwa Bontenim come here some Crawford Cassana Mampani John Jomani Mohammed Shagana for 120 days in as for se Obetu Galem say I say or say Mampani and Casa one shall bobin poetess and Nagalem say crown Yen fiti prako penny yen fentu galemse ase o galemse nintu de chasanya dia edefum yangasa enu ntinu mampani angasa afi se 120 days semester ne enu emuna chasa metumi asobe galemse wanka o bibia sem sa ene etentemu amokaka sa no de kura bia nso anim na owe sa no na sanso de choice so wo hwe mampani John Dramani Mahama ene na bembetena so eyade omude nyamagugu akwenwa nkasa megelemse enso ekofum e wagana ha sei nti ugina bebi na okasa gelemse mampani se obetu ase fitefite da na chase entro ene chase bucha yahwe samwa nilante esanso choice kan.
And to have a president who will just leave the playground for everyone to do what he wants, and even when they have gone against certain moral boundaries, will be cleared of any wrongdoing before investigative bodies are given the opportunity to even investigate them. Let me say, President Mahama's promises to Ghanaians before his election are bonds that he signed with Ghanaians.
Yeah.
And he's somebody who had lived by his word. I was privileged to have served in his first government, and I know the things he said and the things he did. And today, I have no doubt in my mind that he will hold all of us to the stakes and make sure we respond to the dictates and the limits of our office. His contract with Ghanaians cannot all be executed within 120 days. Every reasonable human being should understand that, for example, if government says, I will end Galamsey, it is not an event, it's a process. And every indication, the color of our rivers have not changed, because they are not going to change in 120 days, no matter what you do. Everyone, including all these CSOs and NGOs involved in the Galamsey fight, have come to the conclusion that if for nothing at all, they've seen a great effort being made. They've seen this fight, this particular fight, being much more an escalation of what we saw some time ago. They've seen a commitment on the part of the head and on the part of the main actor in the game. Erastus Asaredonko himself has concluded that even though it is not perfect, he is impressed with the attitude and the commitment shown so far towards the fight to eliminate Galamsey from our forests. It is not a fight that is going to begin and end 120 days. And President Mahama did not say it anywhere that within 120 days he will end Galamsey. He didn't say it anywhere. I want anyone to put me to test and tell me President Mahama said it at this platform that within 120 days he will end Galamsey. He never said it there. He said he will end Galamsey. And to have a president.
Someone Nilante Vanderpoy and so added to Joe and a chassis acquire quite shy, you know. Sissy, why Nilante Vanderpoy? What's an some that? obi ye yu kobo di no ma ne ye yi ntino onsa meta tukupa na mpese me wo kan ni pako no
dabi wanya
o say
why na wakai ana wo say nka
Mr. Omenka, me se me nyasa.
Ana ahaya kwa we hwan.
Dimbia na e baba wa dwimbia no.
Yes ah.
Kibi. Pamuko jase.
Adolfo no ma menka for reform mixture and former when we breathe. Ebia na wususu na oya we immune booster, high blood pressure, cardiovascular disease no mu biara ho wo biara no. Reform mixture wa hado obeto on the 3rd day amount. Ebia na epede to no kora na itu na ekoto na ekokumasi ababsu pharmacy. Kwalina Herba, Danny Herba, Misty Herba, Appendac Herba, Fedimans Herba, PFA Pharmacy, Ja Herba wa God. So, Sawa Herba wa Mampong. Ebetum and Swa friend one. It was 050-9616-266 and 024-4626-166 and 024-3565-926. Damaron so ena damemia yebubu nyina no edwanyu akyerem wa ebenye bi Dr. Ajemanana or say the heart doctor. Say the heart doctor dia ena no mamenyu ntwamishi na menyonko Ashanti region ebe no nkomo na ofi wo abam arawo sam ofi Ashanti region abotan sanye de Africa klaba wenya mfi esia 6 years ena inde wo hwehwe na won huna na wokopo enodo no ena kyede ka bia wa se hye no wankwa no kra e wo swame market ena akete Africa klaba yi wa ya nyamedia e wo kale yim oba ne dan amane bonyi no oya Bismarck Mensa o cheche nsem no no chire me dem oya da 4th May ya ena koside ya ena na ma me de kede afra no wa yi wo hwehwe na won hu no no ena high witness nso osidudua oye akwesi owusu onu so osidudua dem oya ze de bia ma me no ina ba na ba market na mbom eda kroten ne de wo hwehwe afra na won hu na kosinde the 7th May a wo kopue no do na ro wo same de owo ka ni ma ochede wa ya nyame de kra onu nechiri no ena amanibo oyi eye witness oye akwesi owusu ordinary nizisam to gwa mama yenkweteza okay
na esa akwara no tamu so nyina na ma me ba me pe nkwara agoro pa dina akwara no ba me ho enti me ba awi duada me ba na omuka jemse akwara no ba me ho no ayo ta be tana tama wayira amse da ben no amse kwasi adam amsa wayira sesen duwa na mi musa na ma me ba no se Maza namsa no se oban wa yira o amsa de no yira ya na no so ko ya sori aba ya kwara nan tana o yira ntwen afo ba o hu akwara no ti flu so sa ya hwe na ye hu no ntinne ene wu koi sister bi nso awu ya ni mu ho no nti ya jamu so ye di na atweda ya tnasi ya ndi wono we bra bi from se member sen ko keke bi wo ndi mi gina ona sister bi ka kira msa mo fita fo ne obi da ka enu amsa fita ni dia ya na okoda ka enu an to ka ya ka na se ya entu nto ka ya na me ko ya na me de mani akofia grass ni mi koya na mi musa akwara ne yede eda kanu kwa na me bob na ne se akwara na wo so wayira no no wagu da kanu ana manfo ba ya e ko police station ani ya ko report ya police station na fa mo no ede e ko na dia mi no CCS gawa otonton boat na edidi mi ana bucket no roba ha okay me essence akwara no essence oba minti na ntimi amfa mani aye den anhwe me dim pa dia kwasusu bat awule kwe no mo fra me
so for we oyaro wo sam papa dema obatan no na mayer kanyina yende on shazen papa wo bra a police fu wo gudu warrior inhwehwem no.
Okay, my yanu enko ayansan bufromu dia na finfin mantomu ene yene wo kokoko pie dia na cha say edwuma ko enyen esiam abato empesa so na wai ena eye DC edma edwuma ko enyen esiam ovra aye kojojo odun so ko pie mu e wo na office stand ye no front so ko office na okototo jama na bianse etumi ekonkan ono na fa wo hwame okoko pie mu e wo asoye ho no wo hwe sania office wona na sabe wo baka se bia na nimpenko sa office wada ewo ajebesa nyama dede wo hwe washroom ni na se for office no aka se ba kwatena ene na so se na wo si ayebesa no ono na fanya asem ketua na wai ena kojodo odun se edo to abonte ono bo say ei na meba aba be yadwuma meba ye se na nyama sifa to kwa ekunjo ba use ekunjo ni na da ha ni nsa da ha uboko washroom ehent no ne ekoso ewo screen so no eye chese ukopia wo DC no ewo adwuma kwanyen esi amamu officer nti no office we no da fa wo hwa mesra office we wo hwa sabi nim part na hoda wo je wanka saka hwe ekunjo no hwe anabu kojodo odu hu ye ne yamuhye no no wedi DC ya na wo ewo eye adwuma kwanyen ne se wedi no hu ya papa oni samtwafo akasa ye yenhwe nsam o kan yenhwe
si obere innovation esi ha ma ha ezimu de ma ba betna ha man kesin na meti nti dey dey take a risk na ma kwa ba at the time wo be ye ko me jize de wo camera na capture bibia in pace ho ye hu oye your friend and furniture owo horho ye hu TV esi ho mu ye hu menyim nzama na wo ho mu because that time na mente ha meba mama akọ hu enye za wo ho se na nzama papa bi wo ho na enyi ho za menyim bebi ọkọ but meba me bo hwa ha no ye ko inside nzama me bo hu na enye za menyim de na wo ha mu ene nzama wo ho so enye nzama sabi rekade ejiyiru go ha na atena ha na enye ho a ezina akọ bi to them onye encouraging nti nzama wo ho ni hinaze even director na waka district engineer waka wada wasisa bibia wo ho mu because bibia wo ho bia anya papa hwegu a isi ho omampen wa ba ma yezina be fi wa betina egwado hwegu isi ho mu onye papa nti nzama wo dan mu hinara bia enyi ho mo ye papa yezi ye adwuma beden obeyeye nti nzama ne ze no kwade wo siesie ifie wia wada daminza mani hina wa den wasisa so ya aza odi mu kakra nche makada o me use na dama but state and zaman woman me use on yeden on TV craze so ya kwai yes on so iso TV na on yeden on ba nti kwan bia don wada wasisa TV na yenya TV fofo yeden yeso se ha ma onye bi meze ebia ye ha mpo wi a azebati na mampen amamejuma fofo me yeden meko obi obaba about age man no no be then obe use nti se ha oyo mineza oye adwuma ko enyan esiam na ejapaze nti me frede o safata
no way ayo honorable kojojo odu ono eno se oye DC edma adwuma ko enyan esiam abato empesio so na obvious ha no anso ada eno de afutu sam eno so ekọ edma Ghana fo ina sem eya yan hu sane ebesi fa hwe aban na ejapade so sansem se wo sei aban ejapade sika obetumi dia yakwan obetumi dia si school sahodo ena chese ba se si ana wo hwe DC officer we adwuma ko enye ne siam se na sifa ayatan no sa sika no a ebetumi dia atwa kwan enua bi ena se sia just almost sanso di se ye office wo ntine yan hwe se na ebesi to yanyama so ede afo yan hwe nsem honorable kojojo de sanso so ekan
on manager paze oye ye na yeze nti wada yetumi ye den ye bo ho ba ne yesiesie because ena wo hwa ha yi wo siesie a nche da mabre ye mboton zama fofo ye mbepenti ha bi but onam de ye nhwe ye nsiesie nti the state of the building na nzama woman wa say enso ai oman ye hieska ye za ye mpuntu dwuma bebre be dwuma ko nya na esiama ya akwan onye ye hie school saudi yesi ye nya hospital saudi yesi ma communities ena azini na oyisika enti sika ya ze beshem ebesiesie ha se na ha muzimu a enti dem scan ebotum de kesi keji wo kro bi a keji nyi wana mofra so wenye school ayeden wako enti dama breze afuto amezeba ma oye impinifo a aban ze adwuma hye won sa wa ma ho bia da won tena de won fa na bia wote na oye wan kasa woze abri hina wo bohwe de we siesie ho amasawo echina ifi ona kono bi foforo ba wan kwase so mining sika ameye adwuma wo ho onam de isiesie ho kwapim tama ayeden ekwai dem zaman dem ogbo hen ka obebre adwuma kwa sambe ya egi ifinanka so amba internal generated fund oye bibi kitu ebe yentum fan yahwe nti the mazi oye ka wo de bottle common fund do wode common fund ba nti ezigbo kwekosi chips compound ana health center ana school baby no wode ye dem scan ye ezigbo siesie ha mo se peina na ota asana ememeba no sa abru na hwe mu wosiesie ha enche da ma abru ma be meta ha ma yembesi ska ho na zekro sha maka ye district engineer yende.
Okay, ntisi we aya DC officer wa edwuma kwenye ne siam ene kwa hwe ya no
ana maybe said the DC in office no DC no kra na we ya aba no how many years ni because I show me why now ya roho na ni only DC no be den why edwuma and say na room pobo
we na ya ka wanka sai ma na obasan so esiesie room no ho efoforo because so hwe say na nyamesi papa na
be ka do bi mponti na ho da o.
Yeah, because
onya kra onye kra ale
na washroom wa kra mpo na ya ma ho no hwe washroom wo de hwe washroom wo de mani yi amame hwe da mani yi amame
ona na maybe said that 50 years ago ana
na
because he want to man mpo do so
na just say this year now owo edwuma kwenye na siam no onko office wa na onko office wa na because
I mean promise bi ana na we need DC into a room one or Totadama for bare 50 years ago. Because me ya sure do be a visit to her within 2 years ago. Because share the way
Hey Mr. Edmako for DC office in Yana and I say be an I different because CCO to be frank Minjindi.
That's a sad.
When I'm a bare kitchen. A bare kitchen. The way na man penny about Obakasa who inviting office.
What?
O my yetimo officer yamo. No way.
Why?
Hey, Ghana we did. Sissy, where we are now. Because I say I can't want someone.
Mirror crowd, but see, I be done. Yen na yen me there say answer never nursing school no. And a ma from no nyasam kakraba. No and the health minister metro swafwa or shanyana poms and one summon samodo. Honorable Kobina Menta account or then same job to go no chimde. Protocols are awareness that's that movement. Ye binum way wedding admission with the nursing training institutions and all. And 18 to time wait him because all the new member when procedures are when we had ye papa. In time never nursing school never nursing institution be a room or whatever for me follow them guidelines in say one more someone in a room or Sunday dam ena obana obeyeje ama or man Ghana ni na round so yan no atwanyen on nature no and honorable Kwabena mental candle or then nsen bi tu gwa mama yenteza okay
menko tua sika ma obi say ukoto code bia enye no kre menko tua sika ma obi say connection man bi say obepa admission amount obi be do sika kwa because ade ayekoye mani dia chire me am personally involved at every point in time nti se utua sika ma obi a waboka wabo loss nti nyina yemfa kwan papa no so na ya apply ansa na ubetua sika no ubia ye be kire ode wo se wuhia ansa na wa fill form so nyina ho a se woko ye portal no so a nyina no be chekire mu a kire na watumi afile na watumi anya admissions to ko bia anim eno anes ne ya kire mo no nti efiri nne a ye 5th of May ekopem on the 5th of June sa bosom baakui that's one to na so person be di sika na odada wo dia na ne wa na waye nti fi sa amre ko nyina portal no da ho na mom answer na be register no answer na be apply no make sure say you qualify because won qualify na ko apply there any no
for anxiety eya so afọ hye na apom ze won sound health minister honorable Kobina Menta akando neze.
Okay, then Mamin Kamfu Generational Believers Worship Center and Femo and Ubre Semesrao, who call one as a Bishop Isaac or South say, or Hobiana Tete, one Ebiano Sika Sama Bessa, and as a what one day on top, as soon as my dear and a Tete Wabra Bob, Debiana Dan would over so penetrate say a whole half of a will be about Wageman over one say, a half for 7 cents and Chay soon, or how one just said out so. That's only a dance I come out to Podi, pastors I would draw, Malams I would do to me and 2 years and I see and Femo. Bishop Isaac also say, or Tenacidia, Edrovia and Kedo, Hobiana Tete one for Kokadani Nature so on to me and to us and Fermom. Say any generational believers worship center. Yajishayano Esifa Etim. Mondays beyond emergency counselor no aquadema and Fukudam. Pastor Sekuda and in Penfu a Kukudam. Mr. Tenasiana Power Source Center say in Bre. Sasso and Tuesday beyond say main council wow Shambodian and one sobra. Now beyond to me and Quanka don't a free young Jusica. Yanu Fuya or Majusica to their bra. Na yan to me and show. Yano want to ask your hobby and I told the 40 you both was say at Diabo. Yatanasiana Penny was also not a yenumbre. Thursday beyond so empire or castle and which the more Drobian Cademo, hobby and a tete one and then so be Pia once in a Bishop Isaac herself. It's me, Essie, and no coin so at the amount. Mr. Time no 8 a.m. to 12 p.m. Shannon so for me. Na Sunday no Sunday Bia. Astranaga Sunday da just a moon at 2 ADSC1 or Monso at the year. Sorry, come on. Into no baby says him from the Generational Believers Worship Center. Your chair quite so I will not of our sham. And yes, you don't Kumasi Akrantia, but maybe I know one won't so brand number boom nature saying to me and some Nebia and to me and you're fine. Now, friend, I may, yeah, 0244 873 425 0244 873 425. And also say 0242 636 773. 0242 636 773. Watch me follow Bishop Isaac herself. And so our Facebook. Mr. Reginald way so natural say ye tria ho aba ye nche ye ba pe na say agudi emu nsam no ye de ba somo say wadogo sa wadede sa wa wo de ye ntwa ho mra.
Minim ni ada wakuma so ena na tufan minim ni eta wanu dientia wo ha nemum senya me be ni nyame tintama se wo be bia na waka bibia sire nyame a
odofo me ma wakwa aba ediba prophetic hour so ewo PH-ONETV isa ho se edie ne so me hawe mu edie na ekoso aha yesunsum adwuma ye behwehwem na ya pense mama wahu dia hawo enti me fa konya we so atonsa fro chiame prophetess mama ya obempo Thursday bia Friday bia enyuma 8 to 10 p.m.
Yes, sir. Whatever you say, dependable God. Oh, Gigi, them sitting in syndrome. Have your way, have your way. My champion defender.
Ye twa ho so abadia na akira se embraso se agudie mu nsam no so etumi eba wakwa mu dia na sa na mekan ye de dansa sawadogo sawadede sa wa
beautiful in the asset eju in the asset judge papa
wo
bibi I fine
yeah bibi I de na akwa
ma feel when they hu ehun and then you bring man shada man
so I dey be out me with the tones
as a birthday
ni dinner one two one can shana
no I wanna
Mr. and there Glenn Provençal ni birthday Glenn Provençal
okay
yes.
Provençal.
Atlanta, come.
No FIFA.
And there, Odin birthday. Mr.
Oh, the man may be so do fin. Oh, Ebia or Watakwa, Ebia or Dunko, Ebia or Winneba, Ebia one cran, Kumasi, Tadi, Infono, Jean, Glenn Provençal.
And there, the birthday, Mr. Menokai. Yeah. So, would the Jemumami? Yeah. Mr. And there, Glenn, the birthday, Glenn, Yami, and show your big don't phone Fia Dumu and Qua Adumu. Na and then so I feel birthday and so dear. I hope a so ever one kind so at your mom. Nia, Opasa Chodian Poyanko Poyan Femo or Abrabomono, if you have a consul at the amount in the same and with baby our Glenn Provençal. Didn't forget you. So I don't go.
McClouds, Anamwa. Me be muhunu nti ma mincha McClouds Anamwa be be obi.
Birthday if you are no would you.
So no, I'm so me ba be mezi. nzo amana oyenche keka medi chia no da ndenyu bi
me ka sa wo say yi wo fa na Miklaus enyim
ya me chia no
ka
na de me sheda minim so nim na no nim na me sheda ya
was one e dia mahen e wo sa baby we you know
abotani tilda do e da gwa na wa aka nti be yen face
se no ano no nti nda wo ni e fa yen fa se match bi wo ha
Sunday ama Europa League second leg semi-finals na Conference League second leg semi-finals nti nde no komo kakra wo ha baba match wo ho Manchester United against Athletic Bilbao ma wo bobo ende 7 p.m. na ma Tottenham Hotspur akunowe na we ke shebo Bodo Glimt ono so a big match pa ono so ababado ana Europa League Conference League Chelsea will be Jagodin that was Stamford Bridge na Fiorentina when you Real Betis rather when you wanna bo Italy into 4 matches are end Conference League and Europa League Arabado.
Okay, Dan, so my audience near to Nayan Kwambra. Why?
Oh, yeah. It's under Aisha's ye, Papa, and you be fantastic. Good evening. Now, I am from Ghana for na PH-1 television. What news to do? Then you bring Yaza Guzman and Sam Kakra Yensa Kano, Yaze Brown, Abdul Rahman, Sawadogoni, Mamenda A plus Ase, Honor Francis Uloji, and you bring was in some new grown car tedo, Emma Papa Sawadogo, Mezen Samete Dano, and a Meze Brown, and bringing you are Jenshan Samanasa Kakra, Yemfin Black Stars, Matfroda, Wafan Elisha Owusu, na Elisha Owusu no, ne performance Osidupoti, but Ansana, Moko Elisha Owusu, ne Campano, Mamensha se Memfin Thomas Party, on your Arsenal, Matfroda, Mameritin there, Arsenal Empeyumfo, Waka Krebi, Emma no contracting, we tum was sign, or damn team Arsenal, ye na yenim, the season Oyepe, Pate, Onyasna new contract bia in the season we nese kate that Thomas Partey was sent no contract or Zama Arsenal then when some papa no Jazaba yasani bisa Thomas Partey there wa Arsenal timono even player no fee there or ya underrated obobo pa nanso santwofo one shada one kan wasem the player no or you good or you better or you fantastic Thomas Partey on ye play bia or ya Kai Havertz na Kai Havertz no every ball obo new contribution ewo Arsenal team no no or you superb nanso nkwafo nkana asem onunti no ano Thomas Partey all can there player wafra no Kai Havertz no or ya underrated ewo Arsenal team nim yeze ewonsem Jazaba afi Elisha Owusu ne picture aye radio champion amankwa medawasapa fantastic buey Elisha Owusu ne picture no ono the TV no do osa kan our French league no as this season our ne performance our league anuma okoye pa oba na sister oriyebi obende ebia onhye goals no so a orishebi na player kura otum advice no ema no goal contribution this season was any our league anuma no oye Bafetimi Gomez, former French international. Ono ne wetu wa advice ni ye. I'm a this time around ne performance and olukoye. On your Elisha Owusu ne Sam Kakra. Odiaba Ghana on the 20 goalkeeper Gideon Esiakon goalkeeper no ne performance. Also ni pa na ende Ghana on the 20. Yabo match against Central Africa Republic. Yezim kunyem. And when some waha mezebaba no goalkeeper no also in fact qualifier Ghana ya qualifier no bibia odideye de World Cup ababado ewo Chile Ghana jensu yebotumi yakobi on ya ensama on the 20 goalkeeper no odiaba afi Sule Ali Muntari your former Black Stars player or advice pa no azama Black Stars player wafan Ernest Nuama no team sibika kakakanodo a special Everton Football Club ewe England the way EPL no ena Sule Muntali wa advice Ernest Nuama de mama on pepper no mfi Olympic Lyon on kwetimbia onya botar no so macho ye ya ansa no be filiona we filion on ya ensem a Sule Muntari odama Ernest Nuama yaze wensam so Jazaba asante kotoko coach Karim Zito also ono do obobo pa do obo win and obobo draw no o person there obo lose match on pelusu ewo ne record him in the kotoko match nesa kotoko winner hallelujah kotoko drawer fantastic nyama msa kotoko loser pedamaza no kra ewo no coaching career on the ensama Karim Zito nso oza Brian ende no group stage matches ewo the 20 AFCON o to go Egypt no otumbe na ewiyi na ewiabria Ghana on the 20 yashakor ema Central Africa Republic wentum antew onenka danchan DR Congo wentum wanshebe ema Senegal washaka wono enkulunkul ebien today ena wensamen osi okayaya enyebre yazen papa no jazerba so far se every table na team no wafan Sierra Leone and our man Sierra Leone ewo group A what top wokita 7 points. South Africa was 6, Zambia wonya 5 points, Egypt wonya 4 points, and afi Tanzania wonya points bia wo group B Morocco tope wonya 7 points, Nigeria today bien wonya 5 points, Tunisia today basa wonya 3, and afi Kenya watodo anan wonya 1 point pe, and afi Ghana yenu group no ye Fiorentina striker na Manchester United was obey mu obotum bia na Moiskin no we bopem ewetima on wafan Manchester United no was obotua 50 million euros was am Fiorentina na Moiskin we bopem Manchester United na Dane Hudson or ye play bia on so aba form pa na Chelsea and half Liverpool and paying was when you are that the me play when you na when you be guma Marcus Rashford no representatives na wa shall say when you team Liverpool twetwe nkomo amania player no do be hia no e Barcelona na Marcus Rashford na say ni dream team opedo obo no de retire e football mo no Barcelona and Siabwe that Rashford no representative and half a Bassa se deal no okoye season owepe Marcus the Radford oboko ekope ewa Bassa David Beckham and half a Gareth Neville what to team ewa England or your Salford City into ye need jesem azima 2 Manchester United former players no they say what to team ewa England ayeze enwensem Jazaba Manchester United was when your goalkeeper na Andre Onana no why da pompo onka hwe no obehia Espanyol goalkeeper wafano Jean Garcia ne picture no the television do no fekeke and United was the goalkeeper wobehia no El Hilal were champions ewo Asia no was obehia Inter Milan coach wafano Simeone Inzaghi na Simeone Inzaghi no onye Inter qualify ewo Champions League final Hilal fono nso woko akobo FIFA Club World Cup ewo USA into obenye coach ni nsem yeden ono na was Simeone Inzaghi on El Hilal wonya na wape was ono nkada nchan sadamu coach no wanse ntuma nkana wona plan B no oya Marco Silva and yebo wenyim the El Hilal at the end of the season wobenya Simeone Inzaghi ana Marco Silva no when some oba wonjie ninzi yaze when some dede jaze baba enubri yebegine ido na kakra yansa kan ewo fie ena afia abrochi memo no yeze si no what news no yoze atua wando sawadogo sawadede Abdulrahman maminde A+ Francis Logi ena afia Francus GH enubri waye ni na akakra yansa kan no yaze Abrawan beautiful Asha Yemfesi by force.
And no, fantastic. Okay. Mr. Way Sawadogo Sawadede Sawa NHS or de Agudia Moon Sound so Eddie our sum ye ewa asomdwe kwan so dia na ye begina we so na ye twe ho so abaya pa nije ka sebono ya de batwa so Eddie Amo stay tuned.
year 2023 manhyempa boda me kowadu interest you mission masman manhyempa boda me kowadu interest you mission masman manhyempa boda omu 20 years ago your make see what to call papa if you know your number, if you know your color, if you know your angel, if you know your element, and if you know your work.
So abadi anata sembra sonsi edi enije kase won so enso edi esomo nso dia na ya fa somo nso dia nana ziaga nso edi nsamba kumenu nso edi aboto abonta UTV pandit enso edi nsamba kumenu nso edi aboto abonta no ekwadi ama Charles ni ama mensa Charles ni ama mensa popularly known as Shatta Wale ni na nso say Shatta Wale after only a ne manager the former manager Bulldog and so in momentum to BCC so muntem mo ha me na asefo no say Ako against say Shatta Wale in the music career. Ama Shatta Wale say in the music career say I had near AC for it because who share first no only the manager was senior where Shatta Wale all the hit songs now there the band was say I know to have do muntem on fa his song be afem obi unhye dan bo Shatta Wale in his song 10 pom fema no ba kontumi embo osan so to so kan sem ebresep Shatta Wale you obi o start tan didi mpenfo atemu ogan ha say so person the music career to me dia na so dia on share so opa eyem mpenfo we didi o mo atemu ogan ha say o mo chaw tell someone na ziaga san to so kan
Wale sa apology we no adiaba e mane nso hono ma as I say stretch this apology to obi bia wa offending on this country because he has offended a lot of people and it is affecting his career. I'm telling you, you cannot fight the system when you win. When only Bulldog go home, look at the Wale that he no share and no Bulldog on can on the Wale that he you get me? That's it. Share Oko baby to say Jamaica competition or dancehall competition so because all dancehall artists to person do dancehall obi to say Bujubanti ni Junior Reid a huge banter and a Bujubanti konya sa cocaine case now go jail when he came back he's still making it. You get me? I'm alive, Gargamel, freedom, all these things making stride in the music market. A bit is a vibes cut on the they hated the beef about the history of world music, not even to talk about.
One Naziaga and so at the Abattoir, no Equa Diamachas ni ama mensa sisi.
Aguzimu nsamuwana yeninuya benyin Charles ni amenya enije munsamna Charles ni amamensa dodo na abonimran Shatta Wale ono ena endei also ono hwehwehwe ma ono ways can eyi dada artist of the year upcoming Telisa Ghana Music Awards etweniti oye TGMA awards Rubedu no no wa hwehwe mu we ne artist of the year preko on enyi wanampo Ken Promise mo ma yonko hwe video no embra
Salat keep on coming. Every day it's like Salat, bro. You say make it roll.
Done now, 5 star, and then in the cooling. Got stars in the roof. Stars. So no boy. Wale. That's my artist of the year though. Fuck everybody. Yeah, son.
To watch a video never with the way I was enjoying nine at the hem the rapport no what papa and to Yeninia Shatta Wale also no net artist of the year Ken Promise.
Okay, so that's when Mr. Ransford Otunsi or see our shaka sepona live from Winiba. That's all go Facebook so Argentina Benana Chasa Bahona Louis no Mimunia or Tuan de Mesel kwana ko delete if you answer na matwa so
benewa onye na chiba no no
kwano ba ye so shy. Okay, then my young for gastro and menoplex mixture and famous sem ebia na stomach or sanitary well no so bo gastro no be bo na etu to ase ediama typhoid fever no ebo to ase ediama sa so na edwane ko to yefuma na wuti obi nso an nso pebi nanom ebo to ase ediama na menoplex mixture no wo ya bai wa bo hwe mende nimbre na just wo bebu nsa na wuti obi ana so menses ne ntumi flo yi a eno so bo na etumi nso etu ase ediama prostaplex mixture no so bo na just prostate enlargement etumi etu ase ediama unso ojunsan tata so nso eno so bo na etumi etu ase bia na wo ojunso wuti obi nso o muso a unso wunya ya prostaplex mixture na ebo na che etumi etu ase fdfo ade edi atum nkwada to no sa so mpenfo so etumi eno ko heba shops bia na ebe wona bonya bia kwa so atom Mr. Jaffa Banso o mankesim sa so busi pharmacy Cape Coast Repage Ventures or Cash Drug Lane sa so and is the answer say what takra de genome na afra penika se bia na open do so etudi ana 0248 778 0248-778-899 CC.
Afe mamen kan for PH1 Media Training Institute and for more. Ebia na when you so ade wu nenye de pede ye journalist and now with the newscasting, camera handling, pede ye video editing, graphic designing and the bibria okay kan wa ye ntomo mbobo ni nyinara na. Owo bra be pick form Sarah. Na ye new fenti team na wan kasa ton wase. With the 2 years, 1 year, 6 months, 3 months. Ne nyina ye wa hada ye nyo ba fa into team mu. Na eba ha na 70% practicals and at theory no 30% pay. Ye na ya da attachment and so aka mo ho. Baby e bedani we go to cover school fees no so da aseboko. And pay na pia bana as a friend ne e was 0540252582 Mr. Dubium 0540252582. Ebo mu ya na wa aguna swedru Liberty Junction.
Okay, sisi twasona ye dem penifo ase yes sorry so
okay, say ye de kasaboni na esi ano no ye beda ye mpanyimfo ase nana digi damaron so ena Mrs. Christy ora declare no so ye da na ase bebre damaron so ena Mr. Inshabo Odro Mensa ena Mr. Gideon PM wo nyina se de PSA enko enfam mahwan e wo bibia wo bia.
Okay, so Mr. Gideon mencho wende nyimbre na bia sent me enko enkai so
in fact nyame ya adoma Sunday yo de yenyiminya eye me papa ni pompa ne birthday me father ma akonye do na me mane happy birthday in advance nyame nhira no nya ne kese kosi de obeye kese pa.
Okay, wa wo je penie na wo hwe kese bo no nso dia wa wo join Facebook ni YouTube na no asere pese so enko FM I can come for me no ejame Aisha Esel who bet me from Aisha Hwanga nimremene
mame Avena Basao.
And one no PML studio has saying so their Frank Eugene so Elboa, yes, Sasson and Princess and so boy, Sasso himself so Elvis Among Quasa, A+ Tamara, and the Amansa Charming Timino, a solid. When we now Monisha Adeshi.
Decided to own a restaurant. You know, my mom had this local shop where she sells groceries and also food. You know, so back then I used to help her even in the kitchen, cooking and serving customers. So later on, I decided, you know, I thought of this, like, you know, people, even if you buy clothes, whatever you do in life, you must feed.
Sure.
Everyone eats. So I thought of it. I said, okay, why not, you know, take over my mom's business and expand it. So what I did was, you know, renovating it, putting it to standard, you know, with the modern restaurant and all of it. So that's it. It's been a good feeling since then.
That's good. What about your mother?
Life happens, I wish you stayed longer to know you.